Hello everyone, in today's maths lesson we will be looking at the 11 and 12 times tables. To start with, you will need three things. You will need something to write with like a pencil, you will need something to write on like a piece of paper, and you will also need your brains, which is the most important thing, okay? To start with, I would like you to answer the daily fluency questions on your piece of paper. Take your time, ideally do it in about 5 minutes. Pause the video here and have a go at them, please. Okay, so number one then, let's go through the answers. 10 multiplied by 7. We know that we are making the number 7 10 times bigger. So what would that be, please? 70. Fantastic. Number 2 is 90 divided by 10. We know that this time we are making the number 90 10 times smaller. And we are also finding how many 10s go into 90. You could count in your tens times tables on your fingers if you're unsure, but 90 divided by 10 is 9. 10 goes into the number 90 9 times. Number 3, what is 7 multiplied by 1? Now, if this confuses you a little bit because it's in word format rather than numbers, you can have a go at writing it down in the number format as you say it. So it'd be 7 multiplied by 1. Now, can you show me by either nodding your head or shaking your head, when we multiply by 1 year 4, does our original number change? I can see lots of you shaking your head. Well remembered, it will not change, okay? You're multiplying it by 1, it won't change. So 7 multiplied by 1, show me with your fingers. 7, good job, okay. Number 4, find the perimeter of the rectangle. Now, you have been superstars with the rectangles recently. Now, we know that there are special properties that rectangles have. We know that it has 2 pairs of lines that are the same length. So if we know that this length is 12, can you please tell me what this length would be, please? It would also be 12 centimetres. Now, why would it be the same? Because there is something special about certain angles. If they are parallel, they are the same length. Lovely. So this one here is 12. So that means if this one's 3 here, 3 centimetres, what would this one be? 3 centimetres too. Fantastic. And we know that when we find the perimeter of shapes, we need to add all the sides together. But another way you could do it is by adding the 2 sides that you do have, because we have found half of the shape, the perimeter of the shape, and then multiply it by 2. So please can you tell me what 12 add 3 is, year 4? 15, well done. Now 15 multiplied by 2, please. 30, well done. And it's not just 30, is it? What is it? 30 elephants, centimetres, well done. 30 centimetres is the perimeter of this rectangle. Number 5 is 11 times 5 multiplied by 5. We know that there is a special trick with those 11 times tables that we could easily find the answer out, but you could also count in your 5s until you found 11 multiplied by 5 too. So that is 55. And finally, 12 multiplied by 5, you could use your 5 times tables, but what you could also do is, because you know 11 multiplied by 5, you could use this information to help you answer 12 multiplied by 5, because you can just add on the final group of 5. So 55, add 5 is, please, 60. So 12 multiplied by 5 is 60. Well done. There are 11 players in a football team. How many players are in 4 teams? Now, we've done lots and lots of work on these types of questions. Can you please pause the video here and write down a repeated addition for this problem, please? Off you go. Let's see if you got the same as me. So my repeated addition looks like this. 11, add 11, add 11, add 11. Now, if you know the answer off by heart, fantastic. But we could also use place value counters to help us find the answer too. We know that we could partition the number 11 into 10s and 1s. We know that we can partition the number 11 into 1 10 and 1 1. And this is what our place value counters would look like when we are representing the number 11. So we can use that to help us add 11 4 times. We can add our 10s together. So we have 4 10s, which is 40. And we can add our 1s together. And we have 4 1s, which is 4. Now 40 add 4 is 44. So that is our answer. We know that we could actually do this in a simpler way, couldn't we, year 4? Because sometimes repeated addition takes a bit too long. So we could also do it by multiplying. Can you please pause the video here again and work out what my multiplication would be for this problem, please. Off you go. Okay, so there are two different ways. The first way you could do is 4 multiplied by 11, which gives us the answer as 44. You can also do it another way, which is 11 multiplied by 4 equals 44. Now I can see that I've used the same numbers, I've used the same two factors, and I've got the same product. But they've been swapped around. If they've been swapped around and you've still got the same product, what is that called, year 4? Well done, it is the commutative law, well done. When you swap two of the same numbers around, when you are multiplying, you still get the same product, fantastic. I would like you to pause the video here and have a go at this one. There are 11 players in a football team. How many players are in 5 teams? Can you please, don't worry about the repeated addition, you can do it if you would like to, but the main thing I would like you to focus on is using your place value counters to find the answer to this question, please. Off you go. Let's have a look what you've got then. So you have got your 11 made out of place value counters, and you've made that 5 times. You can then count how many 10s you've got. You've got 5 10s, which is what, please? 5 times 10? 50, good job. And you've got 5 1s, and 5 times 1, year 4, 5, well done. So 11 multiplied by 5 is the same as 50 add 5. Can you please tell the screen, what is 50 add 5? 55. So 5 multiplied by 11 is 55. What's the other way we could do it? 11 times 5, and that is our commutative law again. You are getting so good at this, well done. If I want to do 5 times 12, what would I do differently? Because at the moment, my place value counters aren't showing 5 multiplied by 12. I would add an extra 1 onto my groups of place value counters, because now you can see that in my first row here, I've actually made 12, and I've got to do that to the others too. And now my place value counters show 5 multiplied by 12. And we can do exactly the same. We can count our 10s. We know we've got 5 10s, which is 50. And this time we've got 10 1s, okay? So we know that we can also partition the number 12 into 10 and 2, which would make 10 multiplied by 5, which is 50, add 2 multiplied by 5, which is 10. Now 5 multiplied by 12 is 60. You could also do it a different way though. You could group and make it actually feel like you're doing 11 times 5 first, which is 55, and then just add the extra 5 on, which still gives you 60, all right? I would like you to pause the video here and have a go at 6 multiplied by 12. What would you do differently? Which area of your place value picture would you add on to? Pause the video please and have a go. Fantastic, you'd add on another 12 of your place value counters. So now yours represents 6 multiplied by 12. You do exactly the same again and count your 10s. You have got 6 10s. 10 multiplied by 6 is 60. Fantastic. But how many 1s do you have this time? You have 12 1s because that is 2 multiplied by 6. So this time, to find out 6 multiplied by 12, you can actually do 60 add 12. Now have a go. What is 60 add 12? I wonder if you can tell the screen. 72, fantastic. So 6 times 12 is 72 and 12 times 6 is 72. Well done. Now here we've got a box of eggs and each box of eggs holds a dozen eggs. I wonder if anyone knows how many a dozen is. What is a dozen? Is it 10? It's 12. A dozen means 12. So each box holds 12 eggs. Now we want to know how many boxes are needed for 24 eggs. So this is what we're going to do. We have made the number 24 out of base 10. So you can see here that I've got 1 stick of 10, another stick of 10, and 4 cubes. Okay, so that's made the number 24. And we want to know how many boxes are needed for 24 eggs. So we're going to put our first box all together because we know a box holds a dozen and a dozen means 12. So we're going to put 12 in one box. We know we still need a few more boxes. We've still got a few eggs left over. So we're going to have another box and see if we need any more. We're going to pop those in there. We're out of eggs now. So we've put all our eggs in boxes. So What might our division be? 24 divided by 12 equals 2. Because we had 24 eggs, we divided them into groups of 12, and we had 2 boxes, so like 2 groups. Fantastic. Now, there is a different way that we could do some division, and this is how. Now, this time, we have 24 eggs. And my eggs are not real eggs. They're actually made into an array of counters. They are put into a dozen boxes, and remember, 1 dozen is 12. I wonder if anyone could quickly work out what 2 dozens would be. If it's 2 lots of 12, I can hear lots of you saying the answer. It would be 24. Well done. So they're put into a dozen boxes, and this time we have 12 boxes. So I'm going to draw those out, as you can see on my screen. And first of all, I'm going to have a go at putting 1 egg or counter in each box. So we're going to do that for me now. We want to find out how many eggs are going to be in each box if we have 24 and 12 boxes. We can still see we have some eggs left over. We're going to try and put them in another box, and I'm hoping that they all fit equally, because that would make me very happy if they did. So I'm going to pop those in there now. And I can see that my 24 eggs has perfectly fitted into 12 boxes, a dozen boxes perfectly. Now, Year 4, how many eggs are in each box, please? Well done. There are 2 eggs in each box. So we know that 24 divided by 12 is 2. There are 2 eggs in each box. Fantastic. We've done 2 types of division there. We have looked at grouping, where we divide things into equal groups. We've also looked at sharing, where we calculate how much each person, or in our case, how much each object gets. We have a problem-solving question here. Now, Rocco is hosting a dinner party, and part of his sea bass recipe is shown below. Now, this is his recipe here. You can see it all, and he is just serving 1 person at the moment. This is a recipe for 1 person. Okay, so there's lots of different ingredients, and we want to know how many artichokes and slices of ham will he need for 12 guests. Now, I want you to have a go at thinking, because Rocco has got a recipe for 1 person, how many artichokes, what will it have to be multiplied by to be able to serve 12 guests? And same with the ham. Can you just tell the screen, what will it need to be multiplied by if he wants to serve 12 guests? Fantastic. It will be multiplying it by 12, wouldn't it? Well done. Have a go. Pause the video here. See if you can multiply these numbers, the artichokes and the ham, each by 12, because then we know that he will have enough artichokes and ham for 12 guests. Pause the video here and have a go, please. Fantastic. Now, if you decided to work out the others too, great job. However, we know that we are looking at 10 multiplied by 12, and we are looking at 6 multiplied by 12. So you should have worked out that he will need 120 artichokes and 72 slices of ham. Fantastic, Year 4. Okay, what I would like you to do now is have a go at the worksheets, please. When you finish the 2 worksheets, there is an extension activity, and it is a challenge, okay? But the main things I would like you to do are the worksheets, all right? Well done, and thank you for listening, and thank you for your hard work. I will see you in my next video.